how's it going, YouTube? And welcome to a new episode of First Timers. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about AT&T and pretty much the, what's it called? 3G that's going away. I know a lot of people are kind of like, 3G is going away? Has 3G still been around? Yes, it has. But I'm going to kind of tell you a little story on my end of pretty much what's been going on. Back in 2019, I got a message stating that, hey, your phone isn't going to work with the new technologies that are coming out and so on and so forth. And I was kind of like, what do they want me to do? So I'm like going through the text message. It wants me to click something, it wants me to sign in. And first thing in my mind, scam. It wants me to click and put in information. Calm down. I'm not going to do that. So in 2020, I buy myself a new phone. I'm all excited. I'm a little happy camper. And I'm pretty much kind of going, okay, so I got my new device. I am good. 5G, blah, blah, blah. And 2 months later, I get a very similar message. But saying that they're going to give me a free phone. All I need to do is sign in and choose the phone I want and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay. So scam was in my mind again. And I'm like, no, calm down. They already know I got a new phone. It's already set up. And of course, 2021 comes around and I get that same message again. And I know, you're kind of like, well, why are you getting this message? You have a new phone. And that's what I thought. And again, this message was more of a threat saying, hey, if you don't do anything, we're going to send you a free phone. And I was like, okay, I'm calling your bluff. Do that. If you're really AT&T, I'll get a new phone. And well, I'll be darned. I got a new phone from AT&T. Apparently this is a Radiant Core 16 gigabyte dark gray Android 9 Go phone. Pretty much it doesn't look great whatsoever. It's this guy here, as you can kind of see it. It is just a very simple phone, and compared to my guy, you can see a difference quality wise. My phone has a little dirty on screen, but again, mine's a gaming phone. This is just a 1 gig of RAM phone with 16 gigs of storage. It's not going to help me. It's not going to do anything that I need it to do. That's pretty much what they sent me, and that was kind of cool. AT&T sent me a phone. That was actually very impressive. But after I got that, I started to freak out. I was like, man, I just bought my Red Magic phone. Is this a real thing? So I start searching online, and they're like, yeah, 3G towers are going away. And I was like, okay, I have a 5G phone. Well, does your phone support HD audio? And I was like, HD audio for phone calls? Okay, whatever's. Or does it support not just HD audio, but calling over Wi-Fi? And I was like, calling over Wi-Fi, these are things? So, of course I go and check their website and look at the list of phones. And of course my Red Magic's not in there. And so I'm kind of freaking out, and I'm just like, okay, so of course I email Nubia, wait for their response, actually chat with them, and it was about 5 minutes. They got back to me and said, no, you're okay, you have Wi-Fi calling over Wi-Fi and HD audio. And I was like, perfect, I'm golden. But again, I was a little nervous because of course the first thing that's coming into my mind is Microsoft. They're kind of forcing everybody that wants Windows 11 to upgrade their hardware. I try to get 3 to 4 years out of a lot of my devices. Even if you guys can't really see here, I have another phone right here hanging out there that doesn't work as well, but I'm still using its technology as a Wi-Fi device, and it's just one of those things that it just kind of gives me the ability to continuously use devices. So I try to keep them around as long as possible, before dumping phones. I'm just not going to be that person. Of course, if you guys know myself or Hero, we try to keep things. We try to bring stuff back to life. I have the 70 El Camino that we're working on. I have a 69 Charger. Hero has his G35, his 88 Honda Hawk. So we have a love to try to keep things around as long as possible. And so I was kind of disappointed. I love tech, but I just don't like splurging and just buying stuff every year because for me, I feel like it's a little bit of a waste. So my idea is, how do I keep things around as long as possible? And so I do a lot of homework before I purchase, and then I figure out what I need, and then I move on. And I'm pretty sure that's kind of like most of everybody in the US. So like, that's what I do. So, again, I still freak out because I send a message to AT&T saying, hey, this phone isn't on your list. Maybe you should think about adding it. And they're like, oh, we've already done our homework, blah, blah, blah. I won't go into exactly what was said because I was, I don't want to say disappointed, but it's kind of disappointed. So I was like, okay, let it go. Let them do their thing. It's fine. My phone should work. But again, I will still keep this phone around just in case my Red Magic doesn't work. But I think it's going to be fine. But it is a little bit of a pain for a lot of people that might be on 3G devices in the middle of nowhere, where they might be using their phones just fine, and then they move over to 4G devices and the signal strength isn't that great to get to their home, which makes it a little more difficult. Or people that are used to microcells, and if you don't know what a microcell is, don't worry about it. If you do, by 2022 microcells are pretty much end of life. That's it. They're no longer using them anymore. So you're going to have to make sure you have like a wireless router at home so you can actually do the voice over Wi-Fi. But it is one of those things that things are changing. And like I said, for me, I feel like they're changing for the better. But if you are one of those people that have a 3G phone, because the signal is going to be stronger, you're going to definitely have to figure out how to have internet at home just so you can have that Wi-Fi calling ability. So you're always still connected, because some people are claiming that they're in the middle of nowhere, they have solar panels, they're kind of off the grid, they really can't get internet to their place, so the phone was their only way to connect, and the moment that they go to a 4G phone or a 5G phone, they have no service. But 3G, they had amazing service. So it is one of those things that you'll have to kind of play with and learn and figure out what's going to work for you. But it is just one of those things that you do have to just make sure you're paying attention to what's changing around you and all that stuff. Like I said, just be aware of making sure you're getting a cell phone that is actually going to work. I know it does suck if and if you're like me and you're very used to something that's going to work, like this phone. When it messed up and I couldn't find my apps the way they were, it was a pain. I had to relay it all out the way I had it, and once I had it there, it was like it was my phone again. If you're like that, like I said, things are going to change, so just get ready for the big change on 2022. And like I said, AT&T, I think they waited the longest out of everybody. Verizon did the hard change on 2020. T-Mobile did the hard change in 2019. So it's just one of those things that we're getting there, and just be prepared for the changes and all that good stuff. If you do get that message saying you need to upgrade a new phone, I'd say go, instead of clicking on it there, go to their website and see if you actually really need the phone, just in case you are getting a scam message. Like I said, the messages that I got weren't scams apparently, but I still am one of those people that I'm not going to click on some random link and just because you said so. I'm going to go and sign in my normal way and see if I can find out about the information. But if you guys want to definitely see if your phones are actually going to work on the AT&T network after February 2022, go down in the description. I'll have a compatibility list there directly from AT&T, or if you just want to Google search, you can definitely Google search it as well. But we'll have everything there laid out for you guys, so you can definitely see how things are changing and all that good stuff. But anyway, guys, if you have any questions, comments, remember, throw them down below in the comments. Definitely helps us out. If you want to smash that like, smashing likes definitely helps us out as well. Helps us out with engagement. And if you guys, like I said, have any questions, just let us know. We'll definitely help. Anyway, guys, see you later. Talk to you later, guys. Peace.